My name is Lance Carl, Director of Student Outreach for College in Colorado. So I'm with collegeincolorado.org. Who here knows about our website? My mission as Director of Student Outreach is to travel the state of Colorado, speaking to middle school students and high school students about the benefits of higher education, benefits of going to college, benefits of vocational or technical school for each and every one of you. Our mission at College in Colorado is to address the Colorado paradox, which is nationally we are second in degree holders per capita, but only 1 in 5 of our 9th graders will go on to obtain their college degree. As Director of Student Outreach, my motivational presentation gives the students the impotence to want to change. There are no limits out there. Only limits, guys, that are placed upon you by yourselves. What our website does, collegeincolorado.org, it provides them the tool to make that change. We have a great outreach team who will come out and do trainings for students, trainings for parents.
Some of the biggest challenges are doing your work and trying to have fun at the same time. But then you also have this homework, and lots of people choose not to do it, but I'm the type that chooses to do it.
We make so many choices in a day. It's important to make the right choice.
You choose your educational path. You choose whether to get A's or B's or C's or D's or F's, and it is ultimately your choice.
Making sure your priorities are intact, knowing that work comes before play.
The reason most kids fail is because they decided to go ditch.
I don't know, I think ditching and not doing your work is overrated. I mean, it's highly noticeable that going to class, getting a decent education leads you to a better future.
I'd look ahead, how that affects you in the future. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's fun and whatnot, but look ahead.
I think there is a balance. You have to learn how to do work first, party later.
On that website, guys, you can do a number of things. You can sign up for the College Opportunity Fund. You can take virtual tours of any career you want to explore. You can take virtual tours of any campus in Colorado. It's a free website. All you need is a user ID and a password.
On the website, there's a little section that has to do with money relating to scholarships. So you could click on it and see what scholarships you qualify for.
Money should not be an obstacle for them not to pursue higher education. If you take care of business in the classroom, there will be scholarships and grants out there for you.
Creating an account on collegeincolorado.org is really easy. I mean, it didn't take long, and now it's really helping me out in my search for college.
Collegeincolorado.org is very easy for my parents to use because they don't go on the internet a lot.
When I speak to students, the first thing I do is I tell my life story, because I think by telling my life story, it gives them an understanding of really of who I am. I want you guys to understand one thing before we leave here today, all right? Whatever adversity and hardship you got in your life, you can overcome that through education. I'm from Iowa. Anybody here been to Iowa? A population of about 10,000 people. State penitentiaries in our hometown. I believe by sharing my life story, it allows the kids to see that where I came from wasn't the ideal environment. I was raised by my great aunt and my great uncle. They adopted me when I was 6 months old. When she was done with 8th grade, if you can imagine this, she went back in the tobacco fields in North Carolina, worked for her family. Her grandparents had been slaves in the Civil War. Neither of them had a formal high school education, but they instilled 2 things in me. Number 1, paraphrasing Martin Luther King Jr., education is the great equalizer. It puts everybody on an equal playing field. And secondly, as a young black male, I needed to have an education to be successful. Many of these students didn't realize they had an option. Many of these students didn't realize that it was cool to be smart. Many of these students didn't realize that despite whatever adversity they have in their life, they can overcome anything through education.
Lance taught me that you have to believe in yourself, plain and simple.
I think it's important to educate yourself because knowledge is power.
It's important to go to college because you can be something in life.
In this 2-year time period, I've spoken to about 35,000 students across the state of Colorado. And the responses I get, as I mentioned before, are just astounding.
I was looking around and I realized a lot of kids were touched by a story and could relate in a lot of ways.
He just gave us the reality that it's possible to graduate from college and it's possible to do it and survive.
I don't want to be another statistic, oh, I dropped out of high school and whatnot, you know. I want to break through that, and obviously if I break through that, that'll show people that they can too follow my path.
College has allowed me to pursue any career that I wanted to pursue. And what college gave me is a network for life. It allowed me to knock on doors, and the doors opened for me. There's life beyond the 4 walls you're growing up in. And the college can provide that opportunity for you to see a wealth of opportunities. It can change not only their life, but it can impact future generations. I earned a scholarship as a student athlete. I emphasize the student part of athlete because so many students aspire to be a professional athlete. My degree has allowed me to pursue a number of different things. I've always been passionate about sports, and I've always been passionate about youth. I've been a college football coach, and I've worked for the NFL. I've been a sports agent.
I want to be a lot of things. I made up a name for it when I was like 7. I want to be a sci dance doc lawyer tech, and it's a scientist, doctor, dancer, lawyer, and an architect. But I think I want to be a scientist, maybe a writer, most likely a dancer.
When I go to college, I really want to go into business management.
I've decided since I was 10 that I want to be a doctor.
I want to be a pro soccer player.
Not everyone knows what they want to do, but there's also the option of just taking your classes and going, and college in Colorado really explains that.
So if you don't know what you want to be, there's so many different career options on the website.
I want to go to college because I want to get a good job.
For me, since I was little, I always wanted to be a doctor because I want to help people.
To have a valuable tool like collegeincolorado.org at my fingertips, I wonder what I could have done.
College is an option, and it's not that hard to reach. It's a beautiful goal and a dream that should be obtained by everybody.
It doesn't matter where you come from. It's about your dreams, your aspirations, what you have in your heart, and what you choose to put in your mind.
Why shouldn't you go to college? That's the better question. That's simple, just to make things short.
They control their future through education.
That's kind of what college is like. It's real life and prepares you to be free in the world.
Collegeincolorado.org. Go further, go to college. Conceive it, believe it, achieve it.